The rally started off at around 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Drivers got behind the wheel at the Alaska Highway frontage road near UFA and drove to Charlie Lake and back. Founder of FSJ for LNG, Alan Yu, led the trucks onto the highway. The convoys traveled for about an hour, then broke off before proceeding to the foot rally in the park. Before the big day, Yu was skeptical about the turnout of the truck portion of the rally.
I am very happy with the turnout. It turned out very well. There were some people along the streets cheering the convoy as we passed, and that's a very good sign of support for LNG and Kinder Morgan here in Fort St. John.
Pro-LNG supporters gathered at Centennial Park near 100th Street and 96th Avenue for the Get 'em Done rally. MP Bob Zimmer, MLA of Peace River North Dan Davies, MLA of Peace River South Mike Bernier, Fort St. John Mayor Larry Ackerman, and Taylor Mayor Rob Fraser were there to show their support for LNG. There was one message supporters wanted to send to BC Premier John Horgan.
He needs to open his mind and be open-minded to the evidence that shows that Canadians, and in particular folks up in this part of the country, have the knowledge, skills, and ability to carry off, build these projects, operate these projects in the national interest.
One of the speakers encouraged people from the area to make their voices heard in the halls of power.
We need to be making our voices loud. I am really nervous right now with the Kinder Morgan protests that are happening in the Lower Mainland and what the NDP are doing by trying to stop this project.
The rally welcomed keynote speaker Vivian Krause, an oil and gas advocate who talked about her recent findings of over 400 payments that have gone to First Nation and environmental groups who are blocking the pipelines.
The campaign against the LNG and against the pipelines is mostly funded by American charitable foundations. And they're funding it because they care about the environment, obviously, but there's more to it than that. This is part of a campaign especially to landlock Canadian crude and keep it out of overseas markets where, of course, it could fetch a higher price per barrel. So this isn't just about the environment. That's the important thing I think Canadians need to know.
Mayor Ackerman says she is proud of the community's support of the industry.
The community is extremely supportive of LNG, and I think it's because we get the NG of LNG. We are the ones up here that extract it and produce it safely each and every day and then get it in the pipeline off to market. And so having the opportunity to get it out to the West Coast, liquefy it, and get it out to the rest of the world is so significant.
There was a strong sense of unity from the community for the Fort St. John for LNG. The FSJ for LNG hopes that the voices heard today are echoed in Vancouver and in Ottawa. Myron, Mayne, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.